week on Silver Screen,
South Carolina votes.
the newspaper staff distributes the first issue of the Renaissance.
And an online gaming tournament raises money for charity.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today's Friday, November 7th.
And your Silver Screen Report starts now.
That new intro you just saw was the last in a series of 5. We posted all 5 intros on foxfusion.org and would love for you to vote for your favorite. We'll air the winning intro next week.
Speaking of voting, Tuesday was Election Day. The midterm elections resulted in Nikki Haley winning re-election in the South Carolina governor's race and Republicans taking control of both the House and the Senate. For many seniors, this was also their first opportunity to participate in an election. Jacob Sprinkle reports.
The polls are officially open!
Eager voters line up outside the school in the early morning hours. It is Election Day, and some students are having their first experience with the American political system.
It's a good experience, and it helps you learn things about the voting. You can also get service hours, and sometimes you get paid.
I think this is a great way to actually practice it and see how it goes just for myself. I'm involved in AP government, and a part of that curriculum is we have to do a senior project, and so part of that we have to, participate in politics of any kind. And I guess this time what I'm doing is being an election worker. So.
Being able to exercise the right to vote is important to many Americans, including students.
I think it's important to vote because you can make a difference in your community.
I think it's important to vote so you can have a say in what actually goes on in our country.
So that everybody has that chance to voice their opinion because it's given to us as a right.
It's important to vote because it's one of the best ways to have a voice in what goes on in your state and in your country or whatever. I think it's really important to know that you can make a difference, and also not just voting, but maybe getting active in supporting the person you want to win.
Working Election Day provides a unique experience and also helps seniors with their government classes.
It benefited me because I got part of my senior project done, and I got to kind of experience, participate in the election.
It's been really fun to see how it goes behind the scenes before it actually starts, and it's really kind of cool, so yeah.
This has been Jacob Sprinkle with your Silver Screen Report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we've asked students what's the importance of voting.
I think it's important to vote because it gives people a voice.
I think it's important to vote because it allows you to voice your concerns about the political standing of the USA.
Voting's important because we want someone to lead us that has the same ideas, so we feel more comfortable in our environment.
I think that it's important to vote because it gives yourself a voice, and even if you don't agree on what both candidates are saying, it's still your choice, you know what I mean?
The SAT word of the week is consensus, a noun meaning an agreement of opinion.
Hey Josh, I just saw the first issue of the Renaissance distributed Wednesday.
Yeah, Ariana Mountain has a behind-the-scenes look on what it's like to be on the newspaper staff.
Brown cardboard boxes invaded the publications room this week, containing this year's first issue of the school's news magazine, The Renaissance.
I'm so proud of this issue that we've put out. It covers so many different topics, from football to tennis to SAT and ACT and drama club, and we even profiled 2 students and a teacher and what interesting things they did over the summer. It's so interesting, and I think it's something that a lot of students here will enjoy.
I think the issue looks really good. It has a lot of really bright colors in it.
My favorite part of the Renaissance is the Kate Center and how they acknowledged all these clubs and stuff that you can do.
The Fault in Our Stars book versus movie review spread is really pretty, and it reflects the book, and I think that's really cool.
The newspaper staff distributed the issue at all lunches Wednesday.
If you did not get a copy but you want one, they are free, so you can come by room 252 and pick one up. Or if you go to issue.com, that's 2 S's and 2 U's, and search The Renaissance, we have an electronic version on there, so you can go on your iPad and look at the paper and read.
Though the staff publishes the news magazine once a quarter, you can read their stories every week.
We do write every single week, so if you visit our website, foxfusion.org, you can see the most recent stories when we publish frequently on there, but you can also follow us on Twitter, and it's at GFFoxFusion, and you can see live galleries from football games or pep rallies that we post on there, or even we'll tweet out links to stories that we've written in the past week.
The staff can agree that though it takes work to produce The Renaissance, they have fun writing and collaborating together.
I think newspaper is a really good opportunity to kind of like get out of your comfort zone. Like you have to interview people and you have to like talk a lot, and you know, like I had to learn like about sports, and I really didn't know anything about sports.
It's super fun and it's not a lot of work, and the work that you do is you're super proud of and you're really passionate about, and you just want to go show everyone like this is what I did and it's so amazing and I'm so proud of it.
We're always looking for photographers or artists, or even if you love to write, maybe come see us, because we are very open and we would love to have your picture or your artwork featured in The Renaissance.
If you're interested in joining the Renaissance staff next year, sign up for Journalism 1 or talk to Miss Medlock Green in room 252. This has been Ariana Mount for your Silver Screen Report.
So I never really thought about it until this year. I should have really taken the research class.
Oh yeah, man, it's a cool experience. In fact, the students just presented their projects during a symposium last week. Daniel Hudson was there.
Trifold boards and fancy outfits filled the media center last Thursday, signifying the advent of the Research Symposium.
So the symposium is the first chance for the kids to present their topics that they're going to spend the year researching.
This is important to me because it gives me and my partner good guidance in our project, and we can see what other people have to say about it, if there's anything we should change or tweak about our project to make it even better.
At the symposium, students presented their projects and received feedback from professors.
I'm really proud of me and my partner for actually coming up with a solid project. It's taken us about a month to find a good topic, and ours is about correlation between taste preference and geographical regions. So we're really excited to see where we can take it and the results that we get from it.
My project is dealing with hexavalent chromium, and I'm just trying to measure it and see how much is in the water.
The skills learned from the research class reach beyond just high school.
Well, it's really important for the kids because it helps them get ready for what they're going to see in college. You know, they're independently looking up a topic and trying to come up with a solution.
You have to do research in college no matter what your major is, and it's a great way to really get a head start and really get a solid foundation in research. And when you do a project on something you're really interested and passionate about, you find that you have a lot of fun with it, and it's just a really great class.
I really like being able to, the fact that I got to choose my own topic and that I get to study about something I'm interested in. I think that's a cool thing about it, just having your freedom to do whatever you'd like to study.
This has been Daniel Hudson with your Silver Screen Report.
Hey Josh, did you hear about the online gaming tournament for charity?
No, man, what is it?
Well, I sat down with Senior McLean Dickey and asked him about how it all got started. Let's take a look.
Video games are usually a way of recreation, but for Senior McLean Dickey, it's a way of helping out.
I'll be live streaming on my Twitch channel, and I'll be doing the charity through this thing called Extra Life. And basically what Extra Life is, it raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals through the gaming industry.
To McLean, it's more than playing around.
It's because, you know, it's just a good thing to do, but also I'm getting in some charity hours for my senior project. So it's basically a win-win for both the kids at Palmetto Health Children's Hospital and me.
But with all this work, McLean needs help.
Playing on PlayStation, so if any of you out there have a PlayStation 4, feel free to join me. You can find my gamer tag while I'm streaming, or just ask me.
This has been Malik Walker with your Silver Screen Report.
Last Monday at the Ashford Clubhouse, the band Twido had a release party for their new album, The Great Story. Michaela Baker sat down with the band to talk about how it all came together.
Justin and I, we had played some shows together, and then at a lot of different locations, and all of a sudden we just started writing music together and in his house, in his room, and we realized at that point that, you know, a lot of these songs were pretty good, so we decided, well, recording might have to be an inevitable option to then pursue.
Well, this is the biggest deal ever for anything I've done. It's usually just been me, so you know, we automatically get 4 times the exposure because there's 4 people in the band. So like, it's kind of it gets to be a bigger deal when there's more people and more people are involved, and so yeah, this is definitely the biggest thing I've ever done.
The cool thing is that each of them are they're very strong in what they do. So Daniel on bass is a great musician. He didn't do it tonight, but he plays banjo as well, and I think mandolin. Blake on the drums has got really cool, unique style. Justin brings, the guitar, but also the piano and everything. And then with Ben doing guitar, like it's cool to watch them all kind of come together. And like Justin said in there, I don't think they started out, but once they all got together, what they had was something that was more than what they could bring.
My favorite thing is it not being just me anymore. There's so much more creativity and cool sounds and even technical things that when we recorded it that I wasn't able to do by myself. So the product is a million times better than it would have been with just me.
We started recording different things called demos, which are just very basic ideas of songs in Justin's bedroom actually. And then we got in contact with a guy named Seth Ely. He's actually a Dutch Fork alum, and he was willing to help us out with recording the whole album.
It's a lot of work, and you end up with a 3.5-minute song, but this has been a project they've been working on for 6 months. So yeah, just to watch him really work on it, stay with it, and work through the frustrations, and everybody still end up being friends and create something that artistically is cool. That's a very cool thing.
So you can buy our album on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, anything basically that sells music, and then you can buy a physical copy from one of the band members like me, or just come up into the hallway.
This has been Michaela Baker with your Silver Screen Report.
This week's student profile is about senior and musician Paisley Marie Suttlemeyer. Lacey Jeter strums along.
Hey everybody! What's up? My name is Paisley Marie, and I'm going to entertain you guys for a little while until Sarah gets up here.
Senior Paisley Suttlemeyer has had a passion for music ever since she was 4 years old.
Ever since I was little, both of my parents were musicians. My grandmother was a musician, my great-grandmother, so it's kind of in my blood. And music was always playing around my house growing up, and my dad has been a guitar player for 30 years. I joined chorus in 2nd grade. I started playing guitar and playing shows when I was 12, and then I opened my first show. The first song I ever played on stage at my gig was Teardrops on My Guitar by Taylor Swift. And 2 years later, I opened up a show for the guy who played Drew in Taylor Swift's music video for Teardrops on My Guitar.
Paisley embraces all types of music.
My favorite would be rock, but then I love folk music, I love funk, I love punk music, I love R&B. I was listening to some old school Wu-Tang this morning, so it really just depends. But I play mostly folk, and I also play rock on drums, so it depends on what instrument usually I'm playing.
She's just got such a dynamic vibrance about her that when she talks or sings or plays an instrument, she's so passionate about it that there's an air of that in the room. So people want to listen to that, and they want to respect that and be a part of it and learn from her.
She's sort of like someone I look up to as a musician, as a person, and she's just a wonderful person all around.
Working hard and never giving up is Paisley's advice to anyone who has a passion or talent.
She's ahead of her time. She's an old soul. I think she's ahead of the game as far as high school.
Somebody's going to say, oh, you're so good, 1 second, and somebody else, another second, is going to be like, oh, you suck. So if you work hard enough, and if you really feel, in your gut, that you want to do it, and that you feel the best you ever felt doing it, then you're going to get somewhere with it.
This has been Lacey Jeter with your Silver Screen Report.
Cowboys and fairies and cows, oh my! Laughs and giggles could be heard throughout the halls last Friday as the Kit Den kids traveled from door to door trick-or-treating for Halloween. Jamie Gilbert Fitzpatrick followed along.
Toothy smiles stretch from ear to ear as students and teachers hand out candy to the children in Kit Den.
It was a lot of fun. We just walked around and got candy from each teacher. A lot of kids open up their doors just to watch us walk around.
It's always fun seeing little kids in costumes. I know that our Kids Day, we normally have a Kids Day in child development, and they bring in children, and we always invite them on Halloween and Easter.
The parade was really nice. We got good, some really healthy goodies.
I like seeing all of them dressed up into little different costumes because they're also versatile. We had a cow and we had a cat.
Friends, family, and even the 8B Child Development class accompany the parade, making the experience not only enjoyable for the children but for them as well.
The children seem to be excited to be in their costumes, and we have a lot of fun seeing them dressed up.
It was really good, and it seemed very organized. We tend to, we moved pretty quickly through the building. I think it went really well.
Actually did really well, I guess, because they were getting candy. They were really happy, and they had a lot of fun just walking around and stuff, especially because most of their parents were with them.
We had a lot of fun. It was very enjoyable for everybody.
This has been Jamie Gilbert Fitzpatrick with your Silver Screen Report.
In Dutch Fork sports news, the boys and girls cross country teams compete for the state championship tomorrow at Sandhills Research Park on Clemson Road. The girls compete at 9:30 and the boys at 10:30. For the first time in school history, both teams won the October 23rd Region 4 championship. Avery Dominic was the individual boys region champion, and Anna Johnson was the individual girls champion. Avery and Anna are both ranked second in the state. The JV girls cross country team is undefeated this season and ranks first in the state. The varsity girls tennis team heads to the state championship tomorrow morning at 10 at the Casey Tennis Center. Admission is $5, and the girls are currently undefeated. The varsity cheerleaders will compete at state next Saturday at the Bilo Center in Greenville. Listen to the morning and afternoon announcements for more information. And that's it for your sports news. Let's go to Malik for some more announcements.
Thanks, Josh. In other news, make sure to check out this week's Tech Tip in the Tech Tips for Student Edmodo group. There's information about updating your iPad to iOS 8. The Chess Club meets every Tuesday and Wednesdays after school in the Media Center. See Officer Cannon for more information. The Lit Mag is continuing to accept artwork, short stories, and just about anything else. If you're interested, then please send your email to dflitmag@gmail.com. Lastly, make sure you pick up a copy of The Renaissance. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Friday.
Hi, bro.
Yes.
Alright, let's get some control of both the House and the Senate. For many seniors, this was their first opportunity to participate today at the Ashford Clubhouse. The band Twido had a release party for their new album, The Great Story. Michaela Beck, oh my God, that's what's tripping me up. Let's go to Malik for some more announcements.